Welcome back, my eager learners. My name is Emily and we are back at the History of Diving Museum. Today we are going to dive into some military history and focus on the famous Mark V helmet. Now, when most people think about military history and diving, they automatically go to, what was the name of that movie with Cuba Gooding Jr. and Robert De Niro, and it was all the military and diving? Let me tell you, it was the 2003 Men of Honor. Fantastic movie, and it was the story of Carl Brashear's journey to become one of the first African American Navy divers, which he did succeed in that, as the story chronicles. And he actually would go on to become the Navy's first amputee diver as well. So a lot of firsts, a lot of really cool accomplishments there. Not only does the Navy have a diving program, but all four branches and the Coast Guard have diving tied in some form. Whether this is through special ops missions, rescue, salvaging, and even maritime safety and more, diving has had a role within the military's history. For more than 70 years in particular, the military utilized the Mark V helmet for all of its deep water, rugged work. So altogether, if you had your helmet, your suit, the diver, who was often referred to as a Jake, could have more than 200 pounds of equipment on him. It's not really that easy to move around and be agile within, even underwater. So eventually in the mid-1980s, they would redesign the equipment that military divers and actually commercial divers use today. Now, how did they get air to the diver? How did all the logistics work? And we're going to look at this wonderful, fully suited Mark V diver next to me, or Jake. And you can see that there is a hose that would have gone up to the surface, and that supplied the diver air. And as the technologies progressed, they also incorporated communication cables that could be piped into the helmet so the diver could talk to the surface. Pretty cool stuff. And this diver in particular, he is actually standing on a platform. And these were used to raise and lower the diver while they were working underwater because of the weight of the suit. While we were using the Mark V with the U.S. military, only 4 companies actually manufactured the helmet. They were Morse, Schrader, Desco, and Miller-Dunn. The Miller-Dunn company is better known for their manufacturing of diving hoods, and that meant that they didn't actually create as many Mark Vs, which makes them a bit more rare in the collecting world. We're fortunate enough, we have examples of all 4 helmets here on display. Now that's all well and good, but I'm sure some of you are wondering, well, why is a Mark V named Mark V? And the answer is quite simple. It is purely the 5th version of this style of helmet that the military produced. And these 4 helmets to my left are the 4 earlier models that the military created prior to the Mark V. So each one was slightly improved upon before them settling in 1960 with the Mark V design, which is pretty impressive if you ask me. And what I didn't realize until more recently, that no, the helmet wasn't named after some, engineer who everyone loved and his name was Mark. Quite literally, the word Mark is another synonym for version. And I think Mark V has a better ring to it than version 5, which is a little more bland. And that is how it got its name. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of history on our military and its involvement with diving and its development. Continue to leave us comments, ask questions, leave us some feedback. We love hearing from you guys, especially since I don't get to see you in person here at the museum. Follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and we will be in touch with you soon and posting more fun facts about diving and the people involved with it. We'll see you next time.